Hey old friendos. How's it all going? It's me, it's Lawson, it's the Crafting Kaiju from Live and Let's Dice here on YouTube and all that good jazz. It is a very blustery Saturday morning where I am. I hope the weather is a little bit more clement wherever you are. I got my big mug of coffee. Let's get this done. So yes, today is Here Be Dragons, because Games Workshop were very kind enough to send us out dragons. So we got these big dragons here. These are called the Stormdrake Guard, and this big dragon here. His name is Grundis, but in the box set you can also build. Come on, you know what? I'll just lift the camera up slightly. Where have I got like that? Whatever. You can build this guy. His name is Karazai the Scarred. He's lovely. I love them both. I've been waiting on these dragons for a long time, but because of the pandemic, they have been pushed back several times, but they have gone up for pre-order about half an hour ago. So if you like those dragons, you can pre-order them right now, which is very nice. So a couple of different things going on here, because I just friggin' love dragons, me. Because dragons are just dinosaurs for even more, like, for bigger nerds. Because dinosaurs are real, dragons are not. Sometimes you got to remind yourself of that. So, what I was going to do is have a bit of a showcase of my favourite dragons later on, and then we were going to paint one of these dragons, because I've started on one, and then I haven't actually started building the other, so we'll just have a time. So I was going to start with the painting, and then maybe move on to building, and then if we've got time I'll do a dragon showcase. I think that sounds great. So we'll get right into it. So I've done them in two parts. So we've got the rider here. There's one part. You know, I was playing around with focus and zoom and all this stuff, and I think it's already gone to hell. There's like a little sweet spot there. I think that's alright. So yeah. So there's the rider, and there's the dragon itself. It's a little bit dark. Nope, that's even darker. Let's try that. Yeah, and there's the dragon itself. And it all comes on a very... as much as I love the new Age of Sigmar stuff, these new flying stands are the bane of my existence. But this one's not too bad because it's got an actual tab in it. But we'll say hello to the chat first. Hello Shadowstar. Hello Jeremy. Hello Defall. Hello Lars. No, you can't stay. Just want oh, that was a dragon that fell over. Say hi. Have a nice day. You have a nice day too, Lars. Have a good one. How's everybody else doing? Oh god, that's all gone to hell. So that's come off its stand straight away. Doesn't matter, it's okay. So yeah, I've done a little bit on the dragon already. Did the membranes, his skin, and a little bit of the metallics. So he's still got this... he's still got like the sort of heavier scales, the talons. He's got some fur. I guess he's a little bit bearded. He's got some chops there. Yeah, it's just a lot of detail work to do, so we'll just get started on that. Actually, no we won't. What we will start on is this rider. We'll start on him first, because he's going to need an all-over wash, and I don't want to be there forever and a day doing that. So, I'll get some paints. So today I'm going to be using Mainly the Monument Hobbies Pro Acryl stuff. Because I do really like the Monument Hobbies paints, and I'd love to get some more. Fingers crossed for Santa. Right, so I'm going to start with this. So we'll do a quick little. As always, shake the devil out your paint. Oh Jesus. It really came out at me. Right, there we go. Not using the wet palette this time because I just want to do something sort of quick. Where are all my paint's gone? No brushes either. There we go. I mean, I could have used the wet palette, but I just want to do something not quite rough and ready, but at least a nice, easy scheme. Now here comes the fun part, because this metallic that I used is like super fucking gloss, which means in practical effects, paint don't want to stick to it. There's a pain in the tuchus. No worries, Shadow Star. Good luck with the cleaning. I've been having to do a hurried, clean job of the entire house before my mum gets back because I had a f***ing rager before. There we go. Just these little bits of side straps here on the what is it? The leg greaves, leg armor. I don't know. I'm not an armor smith. And he's got some leather joins between the plates there that we're just gonna paint in quickly. Yes, the dragon design is very nice. I'm a big fan of it. I've been saying this for a long time now, but Age of Sigmar, like Games Workshop have been, like, I think they are hands down one of, if not the best, miniature makers on the market in terms of like design and sheer scope of range. There is at least one thing for everyone. But Age of Sigmar, particularly over the past, say maybe 3 years, has been absolutely fantastic with the stuff that they've produced. What is everyone's favourite miniature though? It could be from a board game or like the WizKids D&D stuff, or war game, like tabletop war games, anything like that. Has anyone got like a favourite miniature? We'll have a powwow about that. Also, I will apologise if there is any fluster and bluster on in the background. We got hit by a storm last night, and I think we're still sort of going through the tail end of it, so there may still be a bit of I can still hear the wind, so I don't know whether you will be able to as well. Because we got a red weather warning last night, and I think we're in an amber to yellow from now until the evening. So what I'm doing here is just behind the shield. Like the shield, I could have painted as a sub-assembly, but I decided not to in the end. I'm just painting the top part of the strap because, you know, you can see it and you go, oh yeah, there's something going on there. But you don't have to go mad and be like, everything must be painted. You know, paint smart, not hard. At a distance you're not going to see it, so why should anyone care? Although I can get it from the other side here, so I might as well. But in general, when you're painting, don't stress yourself. Not getting every little detail. It's fine. They'll be fine. Red dragon named Camilla. Ah, the colossal red dragon. That is a very cool model. I don't know whether you've seen Valak, but I keep the occasional tabs on what's going on with like the D&D figures and things, because some of them have been really interesting. But I think there's an Elder Brain Dragon that's coming. There's a mini, and that looks just sick as all hell. Cool. I think, yeah, so that's like sort of the leathery straps kind of done there. Right here, what else can we be doing here? I haven't seen those ones. I've just seen like the Elder Brain Dragon, and it just looks sick because it just looks like there's a, you know, it's got an Elder Brain just like latched onto its back with tendrils and tentacles going for it. Like that looks amazing. Looks like true horror going on there. Ah, Jesus. Okay. Realised I need to neaten up a couple of areas because I've oversprayed massively. Because I was trying to be clever. Tiamat's another good one. I've got the old from the D&D range. I've got the old Black Dragon and Blue Dragon, because got them from a. 'Cause, 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 got them from Go from an online store that I think was just going out of business or something. They were just clearing it out, so they were dirt cheap, and I just used them as bookends. All dragons sound like Sean Connery. Hey, crazy dog. How's it going, man? Good to see you. How did your oh shit. How did your tournament go? With your insanely extra as fuck army list. Anyone that doesn't follow Crazy Dog, the dude's got like the coolest Deathwatch army on the planet, and not to be like, you know, not to be outdone by his own amazing ability, he decided to be even more extra and get his army list laser cut onto like an inquisitorial eye. Oh, it's amazing. Ah, fix. Absolute fix. If I came up against something like your work in the army in any tournament setting, I'd just be like, no, I concede. This guy clearly wants it more. Got a tournament coming up in January. King of the North. Should be good. Looking forward to it. Going down to Stockport for that. I've never been to Stockport. I was that guy who brought a knight. Oh yeah, but the knight was sick as hell too. It was like a Porphyrian class, was it? The knight. I don't care. I mean, Mikey's planning to bring an all-knight list for King of the North, so you know, someone's got to be that guy, and I'd prefer to be friends with them, to be honest. Right, so anything else we sort of base coat or saw out here before? That'll be. That's about it. I'll have to just wash it and see what happens. Actually, we need to sort out the. So Doug, what's your favourite mini then? Could be from anything, any board game, war game, anything like that. Mine is a tie-up. My favourite unit is Putrid Blight Kings. I think they are the best designed kit that's ever been made, just for sheer range of options. You can buy like 5 of those kits, and you'll be able to never make the same unit, you know, same individual models twice, and I think that's great. Favourite model of all time is Archeon. think this bastard's just going to get all over wash now. Yeah. That's clearly a green shade. That's going to look bad. Oh yeah, Firestorm's got a tournament in... Is it Firestorm that's doing the tournament? Because I know they've got one in like February or something. I think chances are Jules and Beanie will be going to that one, since they are down the Wales area. I don't know whereabouts in Wales they are. I think Cardiff. I don't know. Okay. I'm gonna try. I hope we all need to be listening to the part where I said try not to get wash on the gold parts, because I want to wash that a different colour. But men plan and God laughs, so stay tuned for updates. Ogres are great. Mikey's very much a big fan of destruction when it comes to Age of Sigmar and general life, really. His ogre army is great. I might ask him if I can paint some of his ogres, actually, because they look like something you could probably speed paint quite quickly. For them being a bunch of beefy shirtless boys. Yes, whatever could possibly go wrong with me using a 1/4-inch thick brush, trying to avoid very small areas of detail. Hey, Janko, what we are painting today, sir, is dragons. Now, this may not look like a dragon, but this is a man that sits on a dragon. So we're getting him out the way first, so we can get to the dragons. But he's fun too. Also, because he needs an all-over wash, he'll take a while to dry, so I want to get him out the way. Very close. Yeah, I suppose there would be a dragoon. These are called Stormdrake Guard. And apparently, like, I looked through the rules for them, like, because I love Stormcast Eternals. So I got the battle tome and everything, and I was like, yes. Hyped. And I was looking at the dragons, I was like, yes. Also hyped, because if you take a dragon general or dragon warlord, these Stormdrake Guard become battle line, which means you can sort of take them as rank and file troops, which is just a bit fun, really. But apparently somebody optimised the fun out of that, and they realised shortly before release that, hang on, this means you can take one dragon champion and 14 dragons, so 7 units of these bastards, and it sort of it unbalances the game somewhat. So these guys have had a points errata before they're actually even out on shelves, which I find wonderful. Is the knight a dragon riding knight? Yes, it is. Yes, this guy is a dragon riding knight. Although I don't think he's technically a knight, because the command model for him is a knight. There we go. So yeah, he's shined up a bit. So we'll put him to one side before we come back and sort the rest of him out. So we'll have let's have a little showcase of dragons. You know what I was saying before, I bloody love dragons, mate. So we'll have a look at some dragons. So first we'll look at the Karazai the Scarred, which is the other dragon that they sent me. There we go. Here's the big bugger. Hang on. There we are. There's the big bugger himself. He's massive. I'll just put him next to the reference marine that we've got. He's a big lad. So you can build him as either Karazai or Krondis. Krondis is sort of like the slightly more. He's the more magical, like he's a very more regal and noble dragon, but I don't like his smug git face, so I didn't build him like that. I built Karazai the Scarred. You can see it. I get all amongst the business there. Hang on, yeah, we'll play around with the focus a bit more. He's got this kick-ass scarring all down his face there. You can just see. Sort of all from here all the way up round to his face and everything. It's all got this badass scarring. Very cool. Yeah, he is really, really big. So yeah, he's a big one. So I think he's a bit more of a longer term project, because I can't quite decide whether I want to do him in like the box art colours or do him to fit in more with the theme of my Stormcast Eternals, which is very sort of jade and purple. We'll have a think. And now for some dragons of my own collection. Some older dragons. This is the old dragon that they did in first edition Age of Sigmar. This is a Stormdrake, Stardrake. That's it. Those are Stormdrakes. This is a Stardrake. Specifically a Drake Sworn Templar. I am not too sure about that. I don't know what I was thinking when I did the base, so that probably needs redoing. But this is the. As you can see, so you can see from what I've done there, and then compare it to him, you can kind of get the idea of where I'm going with the design. So yeah, I had him sat on my shelf for years, and I think it was prior to lockdown. I finally just got my arse in gear. Oh no, it was Mikey got me a Stormcast model for my birthday or for Christmas. So I sat down and painted it, and I finally actually found a paint scheme that I really liked. So I just kept going with it, and I was like, right. It was like, if you ever want somebody to give you a kick up the arse to do the things that you actually like doing in life, get Mikey. He's very good for that. Right. Now we're gonna move into the realm of spooky dragons. So this is a full fair warning for a spooky dragon. Are we ready? Here we go. This is a Terrorgeist for my Soulblight Gravelords, so my vampire army. This I knocked together in about a day, I think, a day or two. I want to say. Yeah, that was it. Yeah, I knocked it out in about a day because I wanted to see if I could speed paint massive models. So I got this done in about an afternoon's work. Because all it really is 3 colours. It's just the bone, sort of the skin, the bone, the skin, and the flesh, and that is basically it. And then a nice, easy, simple basing scheme just to fit it in with the rest of my army. And that was that. Oh, and I did a little airbrush sort of glowing eyes effects there, just to make them pop a bit. Otherwise, no, a nice quick easy one that was done mainly with airbrushing and dry brushing. Very little in the way of layering. I've got 2 of these, so I need to get the other one done at some point. But the other one that I've got is in a much worse condition because it's been battered. Now, I've got one more well, no, actually no. I've got two dragons, 2 more dragons. This was from one of the... Oh, it's dusty. Sorry, excuse me. Give her a little dust. This was some people who have followed us for a while will probably recognise this one. This is a red dragon from the Epic Encounters series from Steamforge. So they very kindly sent us out this. I think this was one of the first things that I painted up on stream. Did this over a course of a couple of sessions. And now it sits very proudly on my shelf. Very nice. If you're looking for good D&D stuff, I can thoroughly recommend Epic Encounters from Steamforge. They do great stuff, and the sculpts are amazing. You get these huge, they're just great, like really big sort of boss fights in a box. And they've got loads of them out now, absolutely bloody loads. They're great. Okay, I'll put you back. Oh, you big bastard. Problem is, I'm running out of shelf space, so... Okay, one last dragon to show. Technically, he's not a dragon. And that is... He's so big he can't quite fit on the... There's Archeon the Ever-Chosen on his infernal steed, Dorgar. Dorgar is technically a demonic horse, but he looks like a dragon rider. So yeah, this was a birthday present for my 30th, and I had him bashed out and ready in about 2 months for a tournament. Well, it wasn't even a tournament, it was a day out to Warhammer World, where although he has technically never been beaten, he's never actually won. So I need to go back and rethink my my Slaves to Darkness list. But we'll get there. He's dusty too. I'm very bad at dusting my models that I keep on the shelf. I got a little dusty brush. Just a little dusty. It's fine. It adds to the air of mystique about them. That's what I tell myself. Just a little dusty dust. But yeah, that's Archaon. Like I said, he's not technically a dragon, but he does look like a dragon. Looks like a three-headed dragon with absolutely fantastic sculpts. It was actually Archaon that kept me painting. Oh, he needs regluing to his base. I'll sort that out later. Because I was very close to packing in, like, you know, just giving a shit about sort of painting in any major fashion. But then when we took him down, and well, you know, my mates were very nice and said nice things about him. And no, it was one of the design team we were at Warhammer World was passing through, and he said he had some very nice comments about it, and I was like, oh, it's nice to see that, you know, we don't require validation in our lives, but sometimes it is nice to get if you're ever on the fence about something. So if any of you are currently on the fence about anything that you do creatively in your life, keep at it. I think that's what I need to do. I need to get a sealed glass cabinet for these things. But yeah, so we'll go back to the Stormdrake. There we go. We'll do a bit of him. So it's a bit, yeah, so we'll go with a dark golden brown. As I said, I really like the Pro Acryl line on the if anybody here is a painter themselves or is looking to get into mini painting, I can thoroughly recommend Pro Acryl. And if there is anything that you want to pick up, we do have an affiliate link, so it's just in the description. You can get 10% off your first order with Monument Hobbies using our discount code, and because it's an affiliate link, anything you do order, we get a little kickback at no cost to yourself. So get some nice paints if you fancy. I'm going to have to refocus this again because I've got something a little bit smaller. It's okay. Is it? Yeah. Yes, IKEA is my friend, but unfortunately my current living situation is not. I'm kind of at, I think we're at peak capacity at the moment. I might actually have to, been thinking about this for a while, but I might actually have to sell off some of my painted models. Or take on more commissions and then I can paint models, but then I don't have to keep them. But we'll see about that. Give it the people for Christmas. Yeah. To be honest, I am I have done that several times. It tends to be if you're in close proximity to me, and even give like a small inkling that you're like, oh, I think I'm gonna get into Warhammer. You know, I like this army and things, but I haven't got very much for them. I'm just like, give me 2 seconds, and I go through the Dragon's Horde, dig out at least a unit, and go, here, take this. Okay. It's just years of being in the hobby, and also if somebody else can get some joy out of it, you know. If a friend of mine can get Lynx Africa or a cool Gribble alien. Oh god, no Lynx Africa. Right, so let's a lot of straps. Oh, and in case anybody was wondering, the reason why I wear a glove on just the one... Oh, I've already split that. Brilliant. The reason why I wear a glove on one hand is because I tend to handle models with this hand. So I don't want to get my greasy human oils all over it. And then I don't have a glove on this hand because I've tried painting with a glove on this hand and it just feels weird. I don't get the same tactile sense, so I don't do it. There's a condom joke in there somewhere. Honestly, Volek, smart. Just stick to the one. There was a period of time where I played Magic the Gathering and Warhammer. So as you can infer from me just saying that, I was both stupid and poor. But in the end, I packed in the Magic the Gathering. Stuck with the Warhammer. I've never really looked back. There we go. Okay, bro. friend, that is. Oh, that is a shame. Because you can always attempt to be the change that you want to see in the world. You know, make it more popular. Bring it to more people's attention. Be like, hey, have you seen this thing? It's called Warhammer. It's confusing as all fuck, but it is cool. Oh wow, I've really torn a hole in this one. Absolutely, Bruce Bannered me way out of a glove here. I'm going for it. Absolutely going for it. I'm looking for a solid metallic range. I've hit scale 75 Vallejo. Good. Vallejo's Model Air metallic range is amazing. I really like that. Their metal color series is really good too. Scale 75. I won't go to a great length, but as a company, I can't support them. So I avoid scale 75 entirely. They've made some questionable choices. The glove cannot contain your strength. Yes, I cannot be contained. Right, so what are we gonna do here? What am I doing? What are we going? Let's have a look at the big dragon for a bit of. Because yeah, kind of did the horns and so yeah, but that's not really something that's going to go well here. Interesting. This might be another all over wash case. Let's see. Do you know what? I can do some detailing first though. AK once again is another one that, like, scale 75 and AK are two ranges that I just entirely avoid. As I said, it's not a quality issue. It's just some of their business practices have been fairly shady, to be honest. So it's just not something that they're not going to get penny one from me. Paint the inside of this bastard's mouth, because there's no way in hell I'm going to be able to paint the inside of his mouth once done all the teeth and stuff. That'll be an absolute clot on. No, it's absolutely fine. It's one of these things that, like, people don't tend to know. And I think they've done a fairly good job at sort of keeping it quiet in an industry that's already very niche. I think it's quite easy to keep certain things to a minimum. I mean, AK Interactive is, I can talk about the AK Interactive one, I think, fairly easily. Is that, so AK Interactive, for people who don't know, are a company that mainly focus on, it's more like terrain and dioramas that they go for. They're not really a miniatures company so much as they are, weathering powders and, make your tanks look a little bit more realistic, or, create a battlefield scene. So a while ago they released a book a book on the diorama book, and the ad campaign for it was basically, were you edgelord enough to make a diorama of like the Rwandan genocide or of the Holocaust? And yeah, so AK Interactive trying to sort of tap into the edgelord market. Everybody turned around and went, that's absolutely obscene, and went, oh no, you know, it's an artistic expression sort of thing. And I go, no, you're trying to court controversy to look like, you know, big scary bad boys. And so like after that it was like nah, you're not seeing anything from me. And then the other thing they did is they released a paint stripper that had the worst like outline of like a stereotypical like stripper on a pole, and then slap that on the bottle. That was their paint stripper, like with the silhouette of an actual stripper on the side. But it was just like this horrible like JPEG that looked like it was more at home at the back on like a trucker's mud flap than it were, you know, any kind of solvent. So it was like, oh, 2 for 2 AK, good work. So yeah, AK Interactive just, yeah, they just try and court the sort of like, I'm 14 and, you know, full of sharp objects, that kind of edgelord thing. I was just like, yeah, I don't fuck with that personally. Scale 75 have a similar sort of thing going on, but it is, I'd arguably say it is far worse, because they have like 2 products that should not exist and yet do, for whatever reason. But yeah, so that's my own personal sort of like gripe. Oh, that's good. Actually, no, because I want to base coat and dry brush. I'm doing things in the wrong order here. Why am I doing that? I don't know. I'm going to put a bit of blue tack on the flying base, see if you stick something like that any easier. That'll be a bit better. So yes, there's me. So while I absolutely adore the hobby, and I think everyone should, I say everyone should, I feel like if you're interested in miniature painting or tabletop gaming or, you know, wargame or anything like that, you should absolutely get involved. Unfortunately, like anything, there are knobheads out there, and when I say knobheads, that goes everywhere from, you know, someone who's just a bit of a shitty person all the way up to, you know, what AK Interactive has pulled. But I'm a big proponent of vote with your wallet when it comes to companies. If you don't like something a company's doing, don't shop there. So I think I'm just gonna base coat these sort of furry bits. I don't know what to actually call it, like fur. I guess it is fur. Which kind of makes it odd they're dragons, but hey-oh. Dragons are as dragons do. And this dragon has. There are trick is you just gotta find you just gotta find the good people in the hobby, and that's either by sheer luck or just sort of putting yourself out there. You find your community, which is always good. Yeah, man, I go with Vallejo. Apparently, Pro Acryl Monument Hobbies, they do a really good metallics range. I've seen people like John Nenis and Miniac really recommend the Pro Acryl range, so I'd be interested. I'm interested to get my hands on the metallic set that they've got. And actually, when we're talking about community, you know, finding the good people and things like that, Crazy Doug here is one of those good people. You know, just encountered through a mutual enjoyment of Warhammer and painting. And he is a cool guy. Hey, Gimli, it's good to see you, mate. Hey, don't worry about it. I'd almost forgotten as well. Like, I purposely scheduled this yesterday when I finished work. First thing I did was like, right, schedule this because I'll forget. Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah, we'll have a meet-up. You know, I'm going to do the claws in this green as well, just to break up all this purple that I've got going on there. You know, I thought this was going to be a quick sort of, oh, I'll get this all done very nice and quick. And then we could move on to some building or something like that. Lol, nope. So I think I'll probably finish off the, I'll build the other Stormdrake off camera, and then we'll come back and do some more painting. There's quite a lot here, which is very heartwarming. It's lovely. Oh, he's got some. Right. Hey Ben, we look forward to painting drone dragons for Smug. Right, what is Smug? What is Smugest? I'm in. Mainly because I'm a sucker for fucking wordplay. So that's amazing. Oh no! I said this one was hard. So many people have joined and tuned in. I never said anything about what it's going to be like meeting y'all. I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm sure Valak will be on hand to offer a stun gun or a cattle prod, whatever he's obsessed with. Ow! Bastard just stabbed me. God dang it. So, first of all, with this model, it's great, but it's got so many sharp bits on it. I've been pranged and stabbed that many times. I think so. Oh God, yeah, right. Yes, I remember. Sorry, that's me having a colossal brain fart there. That was awesome. Well, you know me, big fan of dragons. Just big fan of big monsters. Ooh, is anyone watching Wheel of Time at the moment? Me and my partner have been watching it. She's read the books, or most of them, I don't know. I think there's like 5 billion books or something. But I've not read the books, but I'm watching the show, and I like the show. So I'm always game to hear if anybody else is watching the same shows as me and see what they think. Oh, Fish is fine in person. It's a teddy bear. Do you know what? Why am I using a tiny ass brush when I could be using a big brush? Like a big boy. Big boy brush. I found myself using like specifically this brush. It's a size 3 synthetic brush. I got it from a pack of synthetic brushes from Amazon for like £8 or something like that. And it's just absolutely instantly become like a workhorse. Exactly, Valak. Exactly. You don't want to... You don't know Shrinking Violet. Drag Queen. The same sort of thing I apply to painting. It's like, I'm not painting for a microscope. I'm not even painting for the guy that I'm facing across the table. I'm painting for the grand tournament that's going on 3 towns over. There we go, so that's sort of broke. I'm glad I did that, because it's broken up the colour a little bit. I was a bit worried there was too much purple going on there. But we're fine, we've got a good amount going on. Get your tail out of that, that's wet paint. Right. Let's give it a go here. Damn it. Go. So this is going to be a very small job, which is a wee jobby, because I'm going to try and dot the I's. Everybody hold your fucking breath. Tell you what, let's see if we can get some maximum focus going on here. As I invariably bugger this up, I have to do it again. Oh, he's done it. It's not even showing up on camera properly. There we go. So, what else we got going on? Oh, there's a second eye, because of course there is. Excuse me a moment, it's highly unprofessional of me, but this is going to be me live. Right, okay, now we're going to try the second eye. Apologies for that. Okay, again, everybody hold your goddamn breath. There we go. Ah, stabby. I think that's probably why I've bust out my glove so badly. Because all these, like, this thing it's made of points. Its horns are pointy, its talons are pointy. Its tail's pointy, its wings are pointy, its mouth is pointy, everything's pointy. That's the last one we struggle with. Hands get shaken like it does. Handshake is a thing starting out. And practice and just finding a comfortable grip. I find, like I was saying, I tend to anchor my elbows to the table a lot, or otter position, which is an adorable name for painting. So we've got here. So what we'll do is, I think we're going to do a little bit of dry brushing and then like an all-over wash. I think that's what we're going to do here. Famous last words, stay with me. I'm just going to put that directly on the... So this is probably, it's not the best way of dry brushing, but it is my way, so, you know, you came here to see me in my process. Because really what I'm doing here is just sort of less of a dry brush and more of an overbrush. What I'm doing is I'm just sort of, because he's got like heavy scales and then sort of like more segmented places and then just sort of like smooth skin, so I'm just kind of just going with a fairly heavy dry brush over the heavier scaled parts, just to sort of give a bit of a difference between like the underbelly and the rest of him. You know, nothing crazy, but enough so at least I know where the differences are. So when it comes to the full, just when I do an all over wash of this, I kind of at least sort of know whereabouts I want more highlights to be. Well, it's showing up. Yeah, it shows up fairly well on the camera. Just to so we go like that. That's all right. And then just for the sake of ease, we'll go back to the rider here, and we'll probably just dry brush the little tassel thing that he's got here. Hang on, I'll fix the focus because that's all out of whack now because we're on a smaller guy. There we go. There we go. So I've just done the raised areas with the dry brush, not an all over thing, just to give it a quick sort of the illusion of depth, which is probably a good name for my entire career, my hobby painting career. The illusion of depth. Rightio. And this will just bring it up to a nice purple. There we go. It's looking a bit better. Gotta make sure you dry your brushes properly. Rightio, so leave you again. Right, let's see. Will you fit on here? Yes, brilliant. That makes life a little bit easier in terms of washing. So we'll get a big old brush. Nice big brush. We'll go with the Lawson oil. I think we're pretty much going to wash everywhere but the wing membranes because I'll do them in a different colour. And that'll probably bring us up to time. So just go all over that. So I've gone all a bit quiet there. Just getting lost in the sauce. I love an all over wash because you're just like, right, time to drench this entire bastard in liquid talent. Oh, no, no, no. Stay. Stay. Steady. Oh. Crap, right. That's not working. Bums. Ah, well. Go. So we're going to try and avoid the wing membranes, but you know it's a giant brush, and I'm So for the tournament in February, I will be taking my Silver Templars. It's a 40k tournament. So I'll be taking my Silver Templars, who are a Primaris Space Marine successor chapter to the Ultramarines. Which is very strange because they're a Templar. You know, given the name Templars, and usually that's Imperial Fists. But, you know, here we are. I just like them for the fluff. Like, even like Space Marine standards, they're not the meta. But that's fine. Okay. So, can I get that out? Oh no, that's just stuck in now. So yeah, this thing is a bit wet, but we'll see what we can do with the focusing. So he's wet and shiny, but he's trying. I have to do a little bit of touch up around the face. Let's see how it goes. But yeah, I'll just leave him to dry. Sort of leave him on the side there. And then we've got the rider as well, almost finished. So, easy thing on the shield there with a bit of a dry brush just to give it some depth. Same thing with the tassel, whatever it's called. But do a bit more work on the gold, a bit more work on the silver, and that should come along nicely. But otherwise, I'm going to call it there, people. We'll come back. I'll be back Thursday. Yes, Thursday. I should be back Thursday for some more good times. We'll continue on with the dragons. I'll get the other dragon built. I'll get the big dragon at least primed, and we'll just have a nice part 2 of Here Be Dragons. If you want to follow me on social media, you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Crafting Kaiju, all one word. I'm usually hanging around the Discord a lot as well. So if you want, you can find the link to the Discord in the video description of this, along with, like I said, the affiliate link for Monument Hobbies. If you do fancy picking up any paints, you can get 10% off your first order, which is very nice of them. And yeah, I think next up, I'm not too sure if we've got Mikey streaming possibly today. I can't remember. Oh, excuse me. Or he might be streaming back on Monday. But anyway, take care of yourselves. Thank you very much for joining in. Take care of each other. And just have a lovely weekend. Okay? I'll see you later. Bye.